everyone, it's Mayan with RVMax.us. Let's go ahead and check out this 37AP 2022 Tiffin Allegro Bus. This coach is only 38 feet 2 inches long with a side radiated 450 Cummins and a Powerglide chassis. And one big benefit of having the Tiffin chassis is you can have direct contact for chassis support through Tiffin. So this is a direct relationship that they have with Freightliner, and there's many benefits to the Powerglide chassis, but I quite like that one. Now, the face of this coach and the body style is up to your personal preference. I think it looks quite nice. We've got these beautiful big mirrors on the sides, obviously one-piece windshield here, a beautiful seam around it, all kinds of accent lights on this bus. We've got a blue LED underlighting package, so it looks like a spaceship floating there at night. And there are a few minor flaws. This coach is a one-owner 2022 Tiffin Allegro Bus, 37 AP with only about 20,000 miles. This coach is so nice, but there are a few minor flaws as well taken care of as it has been, including this little small thing right here. Little chip there. There's a chip in the windshield here, which is pretty small. But overall, this coach is super clean. There's still a 3M film up here. Now, one thing that was also done to this coach is it has the Safety Plus anti-sway bar that was fine-tuned and calibrated in the front of this coach. And we're gonna get the opportunity to take this beautiful coach on a test drive later in the video, so stick around for that. This coach is a quad slide floor plan. So 2 big slides here and then 2 big slides on the other side of the coach. There's also some nice LEDs out here in addition to the blue LED underlights. So you can have lighting if you're hooking up at night or hanging out in the patio area on the other side of the coach. You've got these LEDs here. You've got LEDs in the cargo bay. You've got the blue underlights. You've got docking lights on the sides of the coach, which can help you when you're backing into a spot late at night. And you've also got this really nice 360 camera system. And around back, this coach has a 450 Cummins 8.9 liter, a 15,000 pound towing capacity, and being side radiated is an excellent setup. It means you can open up this rear hatch, get to the engine, get to your belts, and it also is a better setup for cooling. Now, normally we go into the outside bays. That's actually gonna come later in the video. It's about to start raining out here and coming down, so we're just gonna walk through and talk about the features of our patio space on the passenger side of the coach. We've got 2 more slides here, and we do have a Girard awning package on the coach, which includes electric awnings on our windows. We've got a patio awning up here, and we also have the Girard slide out toppers, which are a little different setup than the older Carefree Colorado awnings. And Girard actually has a setup in Red Bay, Alabama, specifically tuning to the needs of these Tiffin coaches. Now, the outside TV compartment is quite nice, and we do have the doggy window up front here, which I also think helps with your blind spot here, because you can look out the window on the other side, but you can't really see over here normally. You have to rely on your cameras, which the cameras are fantastic on the coach. Now, this is a nice upgrade, and this is actually a protection cover made in the USA that has been put over our digital display here. So this lets you unlock the coach and also control parts of the coach directly from this beautiful iPhone-like screen that sits next to our entrance door. Now let's go ahead and step inside the coach. Another nice feature before we get on the inside of the coach, this window. I love that Tiffin adds those into the A-pillar up here. It just gives you more visibility and a better view going down the road. Now let's take a step inside. We've got a solid high-end entrance step here and a beautiful tiled out stepwell. There's LED lights under the stepwell. There's these beautiful little mirrors, and it is a welcoming entrance. There's also a little drawer down here that's perfect for flip-flops and stuff like that. And we're gonna take a look at the coach with the slides in, so you can get an idea of what this coach is like going down the road. We've got this nice custom mat up here. It smells so good in this coach. And as you can see, the travel space, considering we have some depthful slides, it's pretty good. So here's our refrigerator. As you can see, you can still get it open a pretty good ways. This side will completely open. And if you keep walking, you can get back to your bedroom here. And let's check out our bathroom here. All right, now we've got the slides open, and of course, we've got a lot more space here. Captain Obvious, aye aye. We've got a big couch over here that turns into a bed, so you can remove those pieces there and then fold this whole thing out. And I love the leather treatment that is all around the windows throughout this coach. You've also got screens throughout the coach that make it easier to use the bus. So right here, I've got controls over all my lights. I can control my exhaust fans. I can also do some shades from here. And it's just pretty slick too to look at. You don't really have buttons in this coach. They're all touch screens. Now there are a few buttons, of course, for some of the more important items you can grab. But for the most part, you've got these touch screens. Now the cabinet space is pretty solid in this coach. So we're lined with cabinets up here. I still have a good bit of headroom above me, which I like. I don't like the cabinets that come too far down and kind of crowd my head. But some people are looking for more cabinet storage. So always trade-offs, right? There's these nifty little LEDs up in here. So you could just click on and off, and you can point them in any direction you'd like. We also have an emergency escape window, and the windows in general are large in this coach. We've got a dinette table right across the street here, and it's got its own big window. And then back behind this dinette, by the way, there's two pull-out little storage drawers there. We've got another big window that acts as a main part of our backsplash. Now the backsplash is gorgeous. Kaya thought she saw some cool designs in there. And you also have a dishwasher and a drawer. And a galley extension here, which is quite the dense object. That's an impressive setup, and there's also an outlet on this side. Now, this is a countertop space, right? I love it. You've also got outlets and USBs built into the countertop. And then right here, we've got a fold-out Corian piece that covers our Wolf induction stovetop. Nice little stainless trim that goes around it. You can completely remove this piece and stow it away somewhere if you'd like to do it that way. You've also got two removable Corian pieces, and I love this design in the Corian. It kind of sparkles like quartz. Now this is a dual stainless sink with a pretty nice setup with a pot cleaner and filtered water, as well as a soap dispenser. Now right here is another one of those little screens that helps you control the whole coach from really anywhere in the coach. Now up here, we've got a bunch of space with these slide out drawers. Love the cabinetry. They've got soft close on these drawers, and the hardware is pretty exquisite. I love that design. And all of the cabinetry in this coach is real solid wood, finished and done at the Tiffin manufacturer in Red Bay, Alabama. We're quite proud of their work, and as you can see here with this 2022 Tiffin Allegro bus, they've done a good job. They've also put accent lights throughout the bus. So up here you've got this beautiful wood trim, and there's accent lights hidden throughout. There's also these little beautiful inset wood pieces that act partially as our vent, and this is all solid wood, real wood, and they're finished and stained to match the rest of the cabinetry. They got accent lights built in, They've got these beautiful little stainless recessed LEDs built in, and even the exhaust fans in the coach have the wood trim and this beautiful polished chrome metal cover so you don't see the plastic in those fantastic, fantastic fans. You've also got a couple vents built in right above the slide out. So these are made to suck some of the hot air from some of these areas a little better. And they're covered in these polished pieces as well. Now the TV here has Corian. We've got a fireplace down there, more beautiful woodwork, and there is a sound bar under this smart TV. Now there's a smart TV right here in the middle of the coach, and there's a smart TV in the front of the coach as well. And I love the tile backsplash that they do on these TVs. Now the lights in this coach are dimmable, so if you want to set the tone just right, you can do that easily. And we've got a refrigerator. So the refrigerator is finished in this beautiful wood here. We've got an ice maker and filtered water built in. And it's a large household refrigerator setup. I love the stainless, and I honestly really like the wood. That's kind of old school, but I really like that. There's also a beautiful pantry right over here. And another nice touch that makes me think a lot of smarter people than me were designing this coach is they thought to put these little mirrored pieces here on the sides of the refrigerator, hiding any plastic or whatever the material is that's not as Tiffin. Love that. Now right over here, we do have access to our main bath, which we'll come back to here in just a second. But I love the door. I love the woodwork on the door. And moving on over here, we've got the main touch panel that lets you control the whole coach. This probably needs its own little short video on its own, but it makes the coach usable from right here. It's going to turn you into a little iPad kid, and you're going to be controlling everything like this from right there. And it's actually pretty satisfying once you get used to it. You can do a lot of lights from here. You can control your tile heat from here. You can control your inverter from here. You can watch what's going on with all your electricals. You can control your climate from here. So your 3 air conditioners or 3 zones of air conditioning, heat, and tile heat. There's 2 zones of tile heat. You've also got your aqua hot control here, and there's so many cool things you can do with this touchscreen. It's fantastic. Now right over here, you can control your slides, you can control your shades, and you can control your locks, bed lift, exhaust fans, and it's just one central location for everything, right? Now there is a pocket door right here, and you can control some lights via a button right here. So this is one of the few buttons in the coach, physical ones, and as you can see, you can just kill the ceiling lights in the bus using this. But if you're sitting in bed, you've got this touchscreen right here. Now this touchscreen lets you do lights. It lets you control that ceiling fan that's right above my beautiful camera person. We've got 3 zones of air conditioning you can control right from here. And then you can do the same over on that side. It's really cool. It lets you peer into your battery system so you can make sure that you're not going dead in the middle of the Walmart parking lot. And this coach has lithium ion, so if you're going dead in the middle of a Walmart parking lot, somebody would have to be stuck. Maybe you'd be charging your car or something off the thing. Anyways, this bed is a king, and it is on a lift. So all you do is press a button, and it slides out to go flat. We've got this beautiful headboard back here that's like leather and wood. And I love the updated rear window that gets added on these newer Tiffins. You've got the 2 windows on the side, beautiful leather and sconce lights, and this big window that lets you just peer right out the coach. That is awesome. Now there's also another big window across the way here that lets a lot of natural light in, and it also acts as an emergency window because this whole thing will just fold out. Now there's a TV under here. It's on a televator. Let me hit the button real quick. And as you can see, it also has a sound bar. So you can get jamming. I love these little detailed accent lights up here in unique areas. It just feels so posh and it feels like an Allegro bus. But it's funny because normally when you're touring an Allegro bus, there's a couple more feet. But in this coach, there's not because it's like 38 feet long. And it's the little maneuverable Allegro bus, not the big long one. Now, we still do have a washer dryer stack back here, as well as a walk-in closet, or I guess for some people it would be walk-in. I mean, not really for me, but I mean for Kaya it'd probably be walk-in. Technically, this is not walk-in, but there's a cool LED strip here in your little, shirt holder thing, and there's a safe. There's wood. There's outlets and your main fuse box, and there's an extra belt because the owner of this coach was a genius. So that is the walk-in closet. Now let's check out the bathroom here, which you can walk in via this little opening. And we've got a double vanity, backsplash. Yeah, I love this little lattice work up here, the woodwork. That's unique. There's outlets in here. Obviously lots of cabinet storage down below there. There's a touchscreen to control the exhaust fan. We've got a porcelain toilet that's electric. And we also have this beautiful tiled shower. So, 5'11", here I am standing in this shower. I love this. That's beautiful Korean work there. We also have the water miser, so this lets you recirculate water back into the tank until you've built up hot water from your aqua hot system, and that helps you save water and have a more comfortable shower while on the road and trying to save water, or if you're boondocking. Now this up here is all finished in this beautiful wood, and it's a skylight, right? But then you can slide this, and it's got a built-in LED. That's for at night. There's also a teak wood seat down here, nice stainless drain, and overall a very high-end shower for a 38-foot coach. This is what you'd expect in an Allegro bus. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a freaking Allegro bus. Okay, that is enough blabbing from me. I think it's time to go check out how this coach drives down the road. And before we test drive, let's check out those outside compartments real quick. This first compartment here, right under the driver's seat, houses chassis side fuses and electronics. You've also got a bit of storage down in here, and if there's any popped fuses, you can easily identify which has tripped. You can also keep some minor things down here if you'd like. And on the top right of this compartment, we actually have the pull handle for the generator slide release. So if you pull this handle right here, you're going to release that big generator slide that houses our 10,000 watt Onan quiet diesel generator. Now this generator only has about 550 hours and it runs perfectly. You also get excellent access to a lot of other components up there. Now down the sides of the coach here, we do have an upgraded Dragonfly lithium-ion battery system that is bad to the bone. And then to the left of that, we've got our hydraulic system here, which is on a slide tray, making it easy to get access to that system. Now, the compartment to the right of this utility bay that is completely passed through. You've also got some battery cutoffs there, and the next compartment over is connected to that pass-through compartment with the slide tray. And on top of this is where we have our Xantrex 3012 Freedom inverter. This is a 3,000 watt, very high-end inverter. Now, the chrome package on the coach is nice, and we also have a chrome tip for our exhaust on the AquaHot, which is a 450D AquaHot. This has the electric elements as well as the digital interface to make diagnosing it easy. Now, the next compartment over is our plumbing bay. This plumbing bay has this super cool metallic finish on it, so it sparkles in the sunlight. Right now, it's not really sparkling. You've also got a solar input there. You've got whole coach filtration, a long stainless outside shower, an electric reel for your water hose, easy access to the water pump, and all the little things that help you keep clean while you're out here. Now, next to our big side radiated grill here, we do have our 50 amp power cord reel, which has a built-in automatic transfer switch and surge guard protector. And because this coach is side radiated, we have excellent access to the motor bag here, which does have some regular dust on it, which you're gonna get if you just drive this thing down the road. But overall, this engine bay is clean. Now, the last compartment on the passenger side of the bus is where we're going to have our 2 starting batteries, as well as more electronics related to the Allison transmission and the 450 Cummins. We've also got easy access and well-labeled fuses here, which I always like from these manufacturers. And then to the right of this, we've got an accessory bay, so you can have storage here. You've got controllers for your rear slides. You've got access to the main tanks on the air system. And then you also have your Tyron kit, because this does have the Tyron upgrade on the front 2 wheels. This is going to help you stay stable if, heaven forbid, one of those front tires blows out on you. So you got to carry this toolkit around for whenever you change the tires. Now, this compartment right in front of the passenger side dually is where our tanks are located, and I love the fact that we have a gravity fill on this coach. Such an oversight when people don't put that onto their coaches, at least in my opinion. Now, right here is the backside of our 450 Aqua Hut, and you do have a good bit of storage, as well as access to your central vacuum here up on the left. And I love all the carpeting inside the bays here. It just makes it feel a little extra posh. But that being said, it's got this harder surface that's easier to clean on the bottom. So as you can see, we have some dirt and stuff like that on this. We still need to clean it. Everything's dusty, but overall, the carpet is not stained, and the good thing about that hard surface is all that stuff will just come off pretty easily for the most part. It's just much more durable. Now, the compartment here to the right has our Truma outside refrigerator freezer, which is on a slide tray, and this is going to help you stay cool and have fun in the summertime heat and entertain people. And along with that refrigerator, we also have a nice outside TV, which is super slick. We've got a sound bar on it and a remote control for our Girard awning. Now, let's actually get on the road. All right, we are driving this big, beautiful coach now, and this coach is just so solid. You know, it's got the added safety sway bar up front. It's got a system up here, and it helps you keep the coach centered and straight while going down the road. We've got a big front one-piece windshield, and the 450 in this coach is absolutely fantastic because it's only 38 feet long. This coach will run. Now, when you need to stop, you've got a dual stage exhaust brake. You've got a high and low. I like to use the high mode a lot because when you're coming down these big hills, it's just so impressive how excellently this coach can stop just using the exhaust brake system. It does have a collision mitigation system, which includes a lane departure warning system. If you start coming out your lane, it's going to let you know. Now, you can fine-tune the settings on all this stuff, you know, to what you'd like. If you don't want it to beep at you as much, you can turn that stuff back. But it is nice to have some of this stuff if you're a late driver, or if you're worried about getting tired or something like that. This coach has some stuff that will mitigate you or try to wake you up last minute. This coach does have a adaptive cruise control system. You can change the distance to however you'd like. Right now, it's in the long distance mode. This digital display lets me see my air gauge, my tach. I've got the speed limit here as well. So it's actually going to watch and read the signs and tell me what the speed limit is in my area. So if you're going down the road and you're wondering what the speed limit is and you forgot or you weren't paying attention when you passed by it, that camera system is keeping an eye out for it. Now, the safety sway bar really has improved how much you fight this steering wheel in this coach. This thing is just not even a thought for me. It's just so true, dead straight. And one other thing I like about this exhaust system is even when it's engaged and turned on, it's not going to engage until you tap the brakes, which allows for easy coasting whenever you'd like. But this coach will get up and go. It's pretty crazy what the 450 does in this 38-foot coach. Now, when I hit my indicators, I've got two different side cameras that pop up. One that shows me the complete side, and another that shows me the usual camera perspective from that front right mirror. And here we are getting on the open road. I was passing the exit. We weren't planning on actually getting on the highway for this test drive, but here we are. I just wanted to get it up to speed because it's such a nice driving coach. When you hit your indicators, it shows you two cameras perspectives, which is quite nice. You've got the side camera from your 360 system, which shows the whole side of the coach, and then you've got your usual side camera that's mounted in the actual mirrors. Here we go. This is what it's like. I just set cruise control. The automatic cruise control has engaged. Collision mitigation system has engaged. And here we go with a truck following quite closely next to us. This coach doesn't really care. We're just hanging. He even gave me a little fishtail there. You know, sometimes when they sway that rear back trailer, it'll smack you with a little extra wind. At least I feel like it does. And this coach is nice. So it actually shows me my following distance on the screen. So it's got a 260. And as you can see, the coach handles quite well when you need to dodge little rubber and stuff on the road. This thing is stable. But it's showing me my distance to the car in front of me. So it's going to manage that. Right now, we aren't using all of what I've set it to go. It could go faster, but it's slowing us down and keeping us at a very safe following distance behind these people up here. It's also got little lights that pop up in the mirror to tell you if somebody's in your blind space, as you see it, which is like most cars nowadays. Well, this coach, I think Kai and I are going to have to take this from the inventory and go camp in it. Like, look, it's just the open road is calling me right now. Especially, I need to hit the beach, I think. Well, that's it for the test drive. Thank you all so much for watching and the support. Peace and love to you all. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Here at RV Max, we love Class A motor coaches such as this one, and we get to camp in them quite often in addition to seeing other people go out and enjoy them. If you haven't subscribed, please do. To those who have been watching for a long time, thank you so much, and we'll catch you all in the next one.